Welcome everyone to ChessWhiz TV episode 120. Today is March 21st, 2015, and this is the biggest day in the life of ChessWhiz TV that has ever existed so far. I am announcing the ChessWhiz Cup, and I am so excited to bring you this amazing tournament event. So excited. So this is going to be a tournament with a prize brought to you by ChessWhiz TV. The price is 0.1 Bitcoins. Unfortunately, when I announced the prize, it was worth about $30 US dollars. Now it's worth like 26 US dollars. So the prize is a little bit less than it was, but it's still 0.1 Bitcoins. So you can't blame me for that. So shout out to ChessWhiz TV for bringing you the prize, because that's coming out of my collection of Bitcoin, because I have more than 0.1, fortunately. I have actually more than 0.3, so it's only like a third of my possessions are going to the winner. Now, I'm going to play in the tournament, so if I happen to win, I'm going to give the prize to second place, and then I'm going to say ChessWhiz wins ChessWhiz Cup, and that's just going to be a headline everywhere. That's going to be awesome. So the variant, unfortunately, there was a bit of a leak. To the variant. There was a bug in the website, and when I wrote that, of course, bug, everyone was like, oh, bug, it's Bughouse, right? No, there really was a leak. When you chose Atomic Chess under your chess variant selector on lichess.org, it would actually say, is your rating 1500 Horde Chess? And so people thought, oh, it's Horde Chess. I know it. Well, unfortunately for you guys, it's not Horde Chess. It's Horde Chess! Seriously, with spittle coming out of your mouth in all directions. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Horde Chess only has like 30 pawns or 32 pawns, but Horde Chess has these pawns down here, because in playtesting I learned why no website anywhere has Horde Chess. It turns out that Horde Chess is really bad for the pawns, so I spent a lot of time adding pawns and losing, and adding pawns and losing, and then I added this many pawns, and it was epic. It's seriously epic. So since you guys are watching, you get the sneak peek for people who are joining the tournament, right? Just joining in. They don't get the sneak peek to it. They're just going to dive in and be super confused. So here's the rules. If you can't move a pawn and you're the pawns, it's stalemate. So it's a draw. But if you lose all your pawns, then you lose. So there's no check. Pawns have that advantage. Here's a few strategy pointers. White definitely wants to, trade his pawns away so that he can get some open files. So try to trade pawns as white, get some open lines. If you can get open lines for your rooks, that's really good, because that kind of freezes him in place. Another pointer is if you can get, say, a bishop or a knight traded for 2 pawns, that's a good trade. Don't think, oh, it's 2 pawns for a piece. You want to open up the board. And the killer strategy is to take your queen and get it to the back rank, or a rook. Because if you can get down here, then you can just go om nom 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 nom. Om nom. Mom. Okay, so this is apparently the maternal way to eat pawns, because those pawns can't be defended by anything at all, because there's nothing behind them. There's no pawns behind them. So white's goal is really to get behind the pawns and capture everything from the back forwards. So that means black's goal is to keep a solid wall. So black needs to be very careful not to let white to pass through. So that's your pointer for you live viewers on twitch.tv, because people who are just jumping into the website do not get that preview. They're just going to be super confused, and they don't have you guys' advantage in strategy. So we're now going to go to tournaments right now. Right now we're going to tournaments because we're starting the tournament. Create new tournament. Here we go. System arena variant Horde. Only ChessWhiz can see this, by the way, guys. So if you think you were awesome and you just needed to go look there, it wasn't there. Only ChessWhiz could. Rated Horde Chess, 4 minutes, as we know, no seconds. Duration is 90 minutes, and the number of players is maxed out. So this is actually going to fill up and then start. So fortunately, it's time to start right now. So let's go to the tournament thread. Link. We are starting. And then I will post that. Oh, I have to find the checkmate. This is terrible. That looks like checkmate. So then I will also put the link in the chat for you people. Oh, there it is. Olaf doing that for us. So you guys need to play very smartly. That's my advice for you. And of course, I want to... Oh, look how fast it's starting. I want to join this tournament as well. I have 3 messages, so hold on. Let me... Oh, a message from Horde Chess. What a leak. So the leak made everything more epic. So let's do this. It is starting right now. I'm going to go with early start because we're starting. It's right now. And I'm in the tournament fighting against Olith. Is this not epic or what? Olith, guys, he has been supporting ChessWhiz TV with his self for so long. He was like watching episode 2, which doesn't even exist. And now here he is in the inaugural game of Horde Chess. So this is really thrilling to me to be playing him. Now, unluckily for him, I'm super awesome at Horde Chess because I spent my whole life practicing it. But fortunately for him, there's this button right here, this white button. He can just click that and get on to the next opponent. Anytime you want, shockful, you can just click that and you will be rescued from the horrible, horrible demise that will come to you a little bit later. So let's do this. Good question in chat. Who does win this game? I bet it's not 50-50. Well, Bushbag, you're right. It's not 50-50. Either white wins or black wins or it's a draw, but we don't really know who has the advantage. I'm going to speculate that the pieces have the advantage because if you're not too experienced, you end up making a hole in your pawns and you just lose. That's basically the way things happen in Horde Chess. So, between inexperienced players, the pawns end up losing. That's my opinion. However, experienced players know how to better play the pawn so that they don't get like a rook behind them. Because one rook back here will just do so much devastation. Oh no. So much devastation that's basically it for the pawn. So they have to be really, really smart and really, really careful. But fortunately, as the levels get higher, the balance may get better. Now, the balance also may get worse. So we're going to find out actually through this tournament is which side has the advantage. And we have the advantage of computer analysis, not real computer analysis, fake computer analysis. By that I mean database analytics. If this variant, by the way, is going to go on the chess.org as an official variant, I'm going to close that up, following my own advice to not give him open lines. It's becoming an official variant on the chess.org, so you can play it after the tournament as well with your friends. So we're going to be able to collect a huge library of games in order to tell who really has the advantage. Because we'll just say, oh, look, white wins 75% of them. And then we can actually go back and fix it because there is nowhere to play Horde Chess on the internet right now. Leo Staley can't find the tournament, so I'll give him a link. There you go in chat. There's a link to the tournament for you. So Shockful is getting overrun by the Horde here. Oops, that was the wrong move. I lost a pawn. Now, it's pretty serious to lose a pawn, but it's not game-endingly serious. Losing 2 pawns is actually pretty serious. But I'm feeling pretty good about this because I've blocked up both sides, which means the rooks are not getting open files or activity here. So this is pretty good for me, I think. Now, watch me go ahead and lose just because it's so difficult for the pawns in this variant. But that's what it is. By the way, 4 minutes is a fast time control for this variant because it's kind of, let's see, that's a good move. Because it's kind of a lot of moves to get rid of the pawns because there's so many of them. So these games tend to go a lot of chess moves, which means you want to be moving quite quickly. You can see Shockful only has 2 minutes left, and I still have an enormous horde. So he's kind of in trouble when it comes to the time because 4 minutes is not a lot of time. So pick up the pace, guys, who are playing your own games. You need to be playing rapidly. Now, this guy's pretty smart. I take queen takes, and he's in because the pawn doesn't move 2 squares from the back rank. However, I know what to do. Don't take. And I'm actually just fine. So nice try, Shockful. Nice try. But I'm totally safe. Let's just check my email here while I'm waiting. Knight coming back. I can definitely hold that off. Let's see. I'm pretty happy with my horde right now. Let's get these pawns off the back rank. Pawns on the 8th rank really aren't much because you can't move them 2 squares. So I think it's a good idea to just move them off while you've got the time. It's not like there's a race for anything. But I'm not sure. So I'm going to push this way because I don't want him to capture here. And then I only have 1 capture because if I push this pawn, I only have 1 recapture. And that could be a problem. Everything's well defended there, so now I can push here. Okay, the horde is marching 1 by 1. Hurrah, hurrah. Oh, this is so exciting. My pawns are just rolling over you, Shockful. I bet a lot of you guys are hitting time trouble now because there's just a lot of moves. As you can see, we still have a lot of moves to go, so it's quite a fast time control. He gives up a knight. Good choice. Starting to break through on the king side here. But I'm closing it up. This is really big advantage to have a nice passed pawn here. Very nice. So now I'm going to be patient and bring more pawns in. It's very tempting to start rolling some more, but if I do that, he can capture here. And I just have one defender, and then his queen takes, and I'm just destroyed. You don't want people to trade knight or bishop for 2 pawns. For those of you just tuning into the stream, you definitely want to go to the tournament link, which I put in the chat, so you can join in and have a chance to win 0.1 Bitcoins. Should I take that knight? Maybe I shouldn't. You know? Probably should, but maybe I shouldn't. Let's just keep on advancing the Horde. It's so fun to advance the Horde. Let's go to the tournament and see how people are doing. Actually, let's check the thread. It's Horde Chess, says Fanda Sport. He's getting deleted. I'm just deleting everybody who says it's Horde Chess. I see on ChessWhiz TV it is Horde Chess. Okay, I'll leave that post. Strange, ChessWhiz isn't connected. Yeah, that's pretty strange. Okay. Should I take that knight, or should I just continue rolling? I will continue rolling. I am so brutal. Okay, he has 35 seconds left to play all of his moves. And he's now in big trouble as the pawns roll. Because look at that. More defenders here, more defenders here. Oh, yeah. Don't feel bad, Olith. This could happen to anyone. Let's just leave those and roll some more pawns. Oh, evil cackle. Just so exciting. So excited to be winning in the ChessWhiz Cup. He's almost out of time, too. Let's pawn fork him. At this point, I'm willing to... Oh, I didn't see that. Fortunately, I've got more of these things. That was a good choice. Still rolling, though. Definitely under pressure. And I'm still alive. Oh, yeah. This is getting really brutal because he has not broken through. He's going to get a breakthrough very shortly here with his queen, but it's not going to be enough. I think my pawns are well advanced. See, that'll hold him out. Oh, yeah. 10 seconds left. You guys need to be moving quickly in this time control, by the way. Bring up one more pawn here. Yeah, the time control is tough, I have to admit. How do I win? Let's make one more passed pawn over here. That'll come in handy. Oh, actually I have to win on time. And he resigns because he's out of time. Because actually a queen is just a super good defender. See how he covers all these squares really well with the queen? It looks like I could actually win by advancing this pawn, maybe. He can't take it, or I promote, and which is also checkmate. But pretty nice win for the pawns. Now we're playing against the Brain Spider. We're in for game number 2. And let's take a look at the tournament while we wait for him. Looks like he's gone away. The Brain Spider is not at his computer. So that's going to be a nice win. Todovsky, wow, picking it up with oh, he's berserking. Very smart, guys. I should have told you about that. This button right here will half the time bonus point. I'm going to do that as well. That's very, very risky. Oh, I shouldn't have taken. That was dumb. That's very, very risky. How good is Brain Spider? I underestimated him because I saw he's 1249, but he's 1249 in Horde chess, which is actually just means he lost 1 game. So we both berserked, which means we're both crazy. So I need to be playing really, really fast. Okay, so he knows what he's doing, getting these pawn trades going right away. Right away. But I'm still holding. This is a really, really different game than the last one, but time is going to be so important in this 2-minute game. I really expect that. I'm going to capture there because I did have a 5th pawn on that file. I don't want to get too low on any files here. So, oh, and that's a good move, but I can avoid it. Oh, he can take here, and then I got to hold very carefully in this area. If he takes this pawn, hopefully he won't see it. Ah, he doesn't. Good, good, good. Hold that. He doesn't break through if he takes that pawn, but it does get really nasty. Now ooh, that's a good move. Oh, that's really good. I need to bring up, no, I have to close that so the rook can't attack. A rook on the open file would be so potent. Hold this pawn if possible, so I'm bringing a pawn up here. Okay, this is more like it. Now the pawns are rolling. You guys are about to witness another win of the pawns, which is going to make you think this game is so imba, but it's not. Just wait till I get the pieces. Then you'll be blown away like a leaf in the wind. Oh, that was a nice move. Oh boy, I have to hold this one. And I'm going to lose back here. It's more important to hold my advanced pawn. And now he leaks in the board. So this is critical moment here. Just as I'm boasting about myself, I'm losing at the same time. So I need to find a way to really bring my pawns in. I'm losing my pawns rapidly, but it's going to take him a long time to eat them. Meanwhile, I might have something here. Getting crushed, I think. Oh. Do I have a shot? It takes him a long time to take these pawns. So d3. Let's start with this. I don't think I have a shot. I think I'm toast. Oh, better hold that. Smart. Oh, he's so smart. Can't advance anything right now. 20 seconds. I can't even flag him. I really think this is hopeless, but I'm not giving up yet because one more pawn coming in this way might do it for me. Take another pawn. Yes, he's out of commission. This is my chance. Go for it. Go, go, go. C2. Can he stop me? Capture toward the center. Here come the pawns. 3 pawns. Come on, pawns. Come on, you can do it, pawns. Yes, 9 seconds. Pre-move that. And promote. 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 Oh, I don't have a, oh, I have to give up. I didn't. His king was stopping me. Nice game, Brain Spider. You destroyed me even though I had more pawns. How'd you do that? Well, it's time for the, let's try h4. It's time for the pieces to get a chance. Wow, that was tough. Brain Spider, I underestimated him because I saw he was 1200 something rating, and I thought, how could he ever scare me with that little rating? But I was wrong. He definitely scared me. So now I'm fighting somebody who's won a couple of games. Where's his Horde rating? 2 games, and he has probably won both considering he's 750. He's also berserked, which means I'm not berserking because I think that was a big mistake. I was under time pressure and made some blunders. Pretty happy with this opening. I think I'm going to crack the c4 square here. So it was really difficult to balance this game, by the way, guys, because there's a game called Dunsany chess. Let me look it up for you. Dunsany's chess. And Dunsany invented Dunsany's chess in the 1940s, and it looks like this. But nobody actually did anything with it. And now I figured out why. Is that simply not enough pawns? So Dunsany's chess is quite imbalanced. The pieces are much better. But there's a couple of extra pawns in this variant. This is actually the ChessWhiz flavor of Horde chess, by the way. Horde chess actually looks like this down here with only 2 pawns on the 4th rank and missing pawns on the 8th rank. So this is really beefed up pawns from Horde chess. That's because yours truly, aka ChessWhiz, had to do some self-balancing and to balance myself to make this work as intended. Oh, I should have captured here first. I better not lose this. Well, this is looking kind of bad. I think I can play here and then trade bishop for 2 pawns. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, yuck. I should have taken, no, that wouldn't have helped anyway. Trade bishop for 3 pawns? I gotta crack this pawn quick. And maybe rook over. I can be bishop takes, then rook takes, then queen takes. And then he only has 2 pawns on this file. He might be able to break through. Olaf thinks it's a stupid variant. Here's the chat rolling through. Played something like this before. White had no pawns and black had 31 or whatever. That was probably Dunsany's chess. How do I win this game? Take all the pawns. Typing is optional, clearly. Typing correctly is optional. So I'm going to blow myself away. People are having no fun with this variant, and I don't blame them at all because it's difficult. It's kind of fun to be the pawns when they just don't stop rolling, but it's really bad to be the pawns if you get a breakthrough. And the enemy pieces get behind you. So I'm just going to keep trading, and then I'm going to hope that I can... I'll actually play here. That's probably a mistake, but I want to bring my rook out as quickly as possible. He's not taking it. I want to break through this file. I think this will work. Yes, if the opponent cannot move, it's a draw. So knight takes, pawn takes, queen, or rook takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Then I'm threatening this pawn, and I'm threatening this pawn. He blocks one, I take the other. And he's still held together. I'm going to go for it, though. I think this will work. Okay. Did I shatter his defenses? Maybe. Yeah, because I'm threatening this pawn, too. I think I can just do a cleanup operation here. If Ropey says this variant stalemates a lot, I completely disagree. I have never seen it stalemate. Go, go, go. Oh, better watch this pawn right here. Don't let it get away. Uh-oh. He's trapped me out. King over. Push, king over, push, king up. Okay, so I'm okay. I'll just run with my king. So let's start taking this stuff. Let's just start destroying him. He only has 19 seconds. You should not have berserked, Dark Square Games. Didn't you listen? I'm going to use these pawns to these pieces over here, bishop and knight, to defend this area. Meanwhile, my queen's going to go nom, nom in sharp order. Just in time to give up my queen. Oh, no. I don't want to give up my queen. I'll move here. Yeah, this will work, and then bishop holds. Whew. This is really, if in doubt, if you're like, I don't know who's going to win this, then the pieces are going to win. Because it's just really difficult for the pawns to really force a promotion that doesn't get captured. But if you think the pawns are going to win, then the pieces still will probably win. But sometimes you're like, these pawns are definitely winning. And that's when the pawns win. Okay, so I'm playing pawns this game. I have won 2 games and lost 1. We are going to take, no, we're not going to take, that'd be dumb. We're going to advance in the middle because the middle is the most important part of the board. Let's refresh this page and just not refresh that page. Let's refresh the tournament and see who's leading. We've got DV Razor taking the lead with 4 wins in a row. Todovsky taking 3 wins in a row. He's probably finishing up his 4th win right now. Le Music also with 3 wins. We've got a loss on Solal, but all of these guys are looking good. There's Zugatic coming in. It's going to be fun to see how he does because you know what a good player he is. Very good. In case you're wondering, Zugatic, good player. So I'm going to close this up even though I lose. I'm going to capture this way. I do lose 2 pawns to a piece. It's hard to say that. It's hard to say lose 2 pawns to a piece, but it's true. I'm losing 2 pawns to a piece, but I am getting it a bit more closed. Zvish. Who is this Zvish? He's from Kazakhstan. Very dubious. Nice, Fianchetto. That's a new idea for me. It's a very good one. So let's start bringing this up. Don't rush it. I find that with the pawns, I'm like, I need to break through right here. And I focus on an area, and that's not the right idea as the pawns, because then the other areas are left behind a little bit. So instead, you need to keep your bulwark everywhere, if that's a word. If it's not a word, you should not keep your bulwark anywhere. This is a great move, I think. Pawn up, queen has to move, pretty safe. That's more like it. I think I'll leave these pawns where they are. When he captures, then I'm pulled forward a little more, which I like. So everything looks pretty safe here. I'm just loving this advanced D pawn. I think that's going to be a critical asset to my pawn team. Push now, attacking queen. Yeah, push now, attacking queen. If take, then I take, and I'm still okay with D5 coming. So I'm going to do that. I love pushing queens around. Oh, look, I trapped his queen. Oh, how pleasant. I trapped his queen. I think that's going to be quite an asset later in the game when he doesn't have a queen. Quite an asset. Ooh, bad luck, Zvish. Maybe checker strategy works for the Horde. That's a thought, Monarchy. Maybe if you just put all your pawns on the same color, then you'll lose twice as fast. That's my theory. For those of you just tuning in, we are playing in the Horde Chess Tournament. It's called the ChessWhiz Cup, and there is a cash prize for winning this tournament. It is 0.1 Bitcoin. So join this tournament right now. I'm putting the link in the chat. Actually, you saw that ahead of time because of the time warp of the chat. But you definitely want to join this tournament. It's in the tournament section of lichess.org/tournaments. And right now, oh, it's called the Perry Arena, apparently. So you want to play in the Perry Arena. It currently has 76 people in it, and you don't want to be left out. So that's how to get in on the action. I'm going to close this. As usual, my pawn strategy is simply to close up the board a little bit more. Close, close, close. I'll break it open a little bit later after these pawns get a little more advanced. I'm feeling really good about my pawns now that he has no queen, but don't rest just yet. It could get ugly. You never want to feel comfortable with the pawns because one breakthrough and you are finished. Let's see. It's going to take him 2 moves to hit e5. He can't just play rook e1. He has to get his king out of the way, which is the time I need. Oh, that was nice. That really froze me up. To get that guy up there. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have allowed a4. Okay, let's close this. Oh, I can't close it just yet. Oh, no, now I lose that pawn. Oh, I should have. Okay, I'm safe because he didn't notice. Should protect that and then push. My goal is actually to just get all my pawns past his pawns. I'm not really trying to capture anything here. I'm just trying to go for the touchdown, if you know what I mean, Funday Monday. Just going for the touchdown. Only 2 pawns on this file is kind of sad. This is actually going to be a kind of a bind against this pawn. I'm going to put 2 attackers on it. Capture toward the center is probably smart. Can you do en passant? Yes, the chess player. Yes, you can do en passant as either player. You simply cannot check the black player, which is more important than you would think because white never has a move that black has to respond to, whereas black can say check, and then, you know, you have to get out of check. You've got that king. It's actually a liability, but it's also a great asset in stopping the enemy pawns. It's also very useful. So I'm still feeling good about this position. Hold this pawn here because now I kind of have a horde over here on the king side. Is f4 safe? I think so. But maybe I should actually push here. No, take. No, it's okay. Anyway, yeah. So I'm concerned. Yeah, I'll just let it happen. I'm concerned that when I protect this guy, then this guy's unprotected. But he can advance. He can't attack both at once. His rook either attacks one or the other. It's troll chess. Troll chess, King for Nor. You're right. This is totally troll chess. It really is not horde chess. It's horde chess. Yes, because there are so many pawns. And he is getting crushed now. I really don't see a way for him to avoid the pawn steamroller coming down here on the king side. It is absolutely devastating. Just going to keep wiggling these pawns up a little bit more. You know, you don't, by the way, you do want to get them off the back range because once they're here, then they can move 2 squares at a time. But you don't have to move them again once they're there. Let's go this way. Seems potent. Because they can go 2 squares. So advancing all these guys 1 square actually limits my options because they can no longer move backwards and they can move forwards. So he's preparing a sacrifice on this pawn, but look at that. Wait, this one, right? Which one? Either one. Either one, because I capture with check. These in-between moves are so difficult for white. So now I've just leapt a pawn past him. Oh, this is getting worse and worse for Zvich. Better and better for ChessWhiz. Come on, guys. Let's take a look at the tournament now. Jim Cube with 5 wins in a row. Impressive, Jim Cube 27. Very impressive. Do I take that? Did he capture something? That's luck. No, he didn't. Okay, then I'll ignore it. Let's just keep advancing over here. This bishop is like, help me, help me, help me. That's what it's like. But I have bad news for you, bishop. I'm not going to help you. I'm going to crush you. Yeah, there's just not enough pieces to stop the impending doom. Check. And I think that's going to be checkmate. Checkmate. Good game, and taking a win. These games are long, as you can see, guys. It takes a long time to capture all those pawns or to break through. So that means you got to play pretty quickly, but also this tournament is a race. Whoever gets the most wins in the time, which is now 1 hour and 4 minutes, is the winner. So if you play fast games, you're doing a lot better. Bad luck to Hut Govi. I am sorry about your loss. That's really going to, whoops, here you are. Really going to set you back. Probably because you were berserking right there and berserking right there. You probably berserked yourself into a loss. That's going to cost you because with all of these players, I mean, look at this right now. Look at this. There's a lot of people in this tournament and a lot of people who dropped out. So you really need a good win streak in order to win this tournament. Zug Addict is pulling through. He's now tied for first, I believe. Let's go take a look. Let's play chess. Should I push here? I'm going to stick with my plan of keeping the center. Hut Gobi. Not sure what that is. Looks like I lost a game. What's going on? ChessWhiz confused. I keep taking the center. Let's go back to the tournament. Did I lose a game? A second game by not doing anything? I think I did. Oh, I forfeited a game by not being at the chessboard. I was so at the chessboard. I can't believe you're saying I'm not at the chessboard because I was at the chessboard. That's going to cost me, for sure. I probably won't win my own tournament now, but that's okay. I mean, hey, this is for all you guys anyway. Let's go back to the tournament. So that loss, yeah, it's true it's a loss, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the winner is going to have a perfect score because we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with perfect scores. All they need to do, okay, this HP 2007, he knows what he's doing, which is rolling the sides of the board. I think it's time to roll the center. Here. Oh yeah! This G3 square is critical. Critical. Because he can't hit it with his king. This is not a queen, that's why. That's why B3 is not as interesting. I ignored the huge glowing button. You're right, Ornikar. I needed you to make fireworks come out of that. Rainbows and kittens. If you had done that, I wouldn't have ignored it. This is your fault. Capture this way. Make use. Oh, this is tough. I'm going to capture this way because I don't want to be so locked up over here. His queen can hit this pawn. If I capture this way, then I can't push here. That makes sense, guys? I want to push G4 so that he can't slip past me. Oh, this is epic. This is just epic. I'm going to go back and ignore the big button again. Okay, I want to push one of these, certainly. I think I have to push this one, but I really want to push this one because it's a passed pawn. The problem is he takes, and I don't have anything here. But the passed pawn is so valuable. I think I'm going to push this one. Because that way, I don't lose a pawn. It's probably better. I've got plenty of defenders here. Is this on chess.com also, asks Capsburger. No, actually, this chess variant cannot be played anywhere on the internet. There is one little Java applet where you can play against a bad AI, but I tried so hard to get Java installed, and Java is like a bad cup of coffee. It would not install on my computer properly enough for me to even play it. So I found nowhere online where you could play this variant. But I did find somewhere in my house. I found someone named ChessWhiz in my house, and I played against him. And I played against him a lot because I had to put the right number of pawns on. I actually invented this number of pawns. The variant of Horde chess on Wikipedia looks like this, and it's horrible for the pawns. It looks like that up there because there's no pawns back here, and there's just 2 on this rank. It's really bad for the pawns player. That was the critical move to hold, to hold C4. I'll just keep advancing. I really want to advance my G pawn, but I have to play this first to hold F4. I'm really interested to see if Zagatic wins this tournament because he's just such a strong player. And we're looking at him 5 wins. 5 wins, but there's a lot of other players with 5 wins, so it should be good. Yeah, don't push yet. He's going to sacrifice here. He's going to sacrifice right here. So let's keep that in mind. I think I have to let him do it. If I push, he just sacrifices here, and it's even harder, I think. Take, take, queen takes, but I play f5, and his queen is totally trapped out. Yeah, actually, I'll push here. Take, take, queen takes, f5. I have 1 minute, 36 seconds. This is a hard variant for sure, just because it takes so many moves. So many moves to play a game. And as black, one false step, and the opponent is just eating all your pawns. And as white, you just feel crushed the whole game. You're like, oh, there's so many pawns. It's tough. Definitely tough. Okay, so now I bring up a defender. I am feeling good about my position right now because I've got some pretty advanced pawns here. Haven't lost anything. Actually, he still has all his major pieces. He hasn't traded any of them for 2 pawns each. Good push here. So I'm feeling very confident here. It's remarkably difficult for whichever color you are. I want to watch Zagatic's game. Let's see what he's doing. Whoops, I'm watching him. Currently playing 1. There it is. Get back to my game, waiting for opponent. Get back to his game. Oh, this is definitely an interesting game, Zagatic. You have 25 seconds and you can lose. I think you're going to lose. That is exciting. Wow. But I need to focus here. I only have a minute left. Oh no, I'm going to lose this. Oh, whew. He could take d3, I recapture, and then queen into the middle. That would have been so painful. And now I'm hearing Zagatic's game, so I better close his tab. Because otherwise I will be so distracted by the sounds. So now that I'm holding there, still looking good. These are a little fragile up here. Oh, they're too fragile. Look, he takes with knight. Oh good, he doesn't. Should I defend and just let him pass? I overextended myself, I think. If I let him pass, he takes here, then here, then here, then here. His bishop just destroys me. So I think maybe I should have let him. I should have let him trade a piece for 2 pawns. Oh, thank you. A URL to watch all of Zagatic's games. Is he streaming himself too? Let's take a look. He's not on the homepage, so that's cool for me because I'm the only person on the homepage. Ooh, time is so important. Do not forget, 40 seconds to 30. This is critical because there's so many moves left to be played in this game. It's really going to come down to time. Bad luck for HB 2007 from Italy because it's a good Horde chess rating right there because there's just not enough time to finish this game. Good for me. Don't berserk. That's what I've learned because 2 minutes is not enough. 4 minutes is what you need. I advanced e7, so I could go e6. I feel so bad about that. That abandoned game that gave me a loss. HB 2007, I'll ignore that move. And you're out of time right now. Good game, HB, except it kind of ended. You are playing. Join the game. Okay, so I need to click the big glowing button. Got it. I'm fighting Yanez here, and I'm going to play the same idea. Focus on g3. I'm really interested to see if Zug lost that game, so let's take a look at that link here. Link. It opened in the wrong tab. Oh no, I don't dare do that. Copy link. Copy link address. The future's so great. Paste and go, right? No. New tab. There we are. There's Zagatic's game. Oh, it's over. Now he's fighting a Shermit. This is my game. This is so confusing. It's even worse for you guys because you're not clicking around like I am. Close that up. I am playing 2 games at once. Leave this one. They're both the same screen. Let's go back to the tournament view. And we have Zagatic took a loss. Oh, he was playing the pawns and he lost. I'm going to use that as a clue to say that it's hard for the pawns. Push. Let's bring up some defense for this here. I should probably have played h4. Yeah, this could be a mistake. Is it a good idea to trade 2 pawns for a piece? A piece for 2 pawns in this variant. HB 2007 wants to know, is it a good idea to trade your piece for 2 pawns? The answer is a resounding yes. Unfortunately, you often can't. If you could trade a knight for 2 pawns or a bishop for 2 pawns, just do that a couple of times. Ooh, free pawn. Oh, he's hammering against this guy here. Very clever. But what if I ignore that? Using my clever ignorer, if I bring up this defense, then the rook gets in. Ooh, you're so smart. I guess I should just ignore. No, take, bishop takes, take, queen takes d5, then I just push here. I think I'm okay. Let's try it. He does trade a piece for 2 pawns. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. I think I have to take that. Oh, but this is great. This is great. I like this. This is really good for the pawns, I think. I just have to play smartly because I do have that protected passer over there. Can I take that for free? Is that safe? I'm going to lose it for sure, but I'm going to... Yeah, I won't actually. Because I would lose some of these pawns up here. And losing your most advanced pawns is the bomb, the bad bomb. I would rather have the good bomb. Oh, that's a good move. Just like in last game, it's still good. What do I advance now? I think I need to be very patient. If I rush forward in any area, that's bad. I'll be weak in another area. Interesting results here. We've got Modulo, Goldilocks, Todovsky, and JimCube27 all vying for first place. Very, very close with Fandis Sport and the others not far behind. So now can I play b5? Pawn takes, knight takes, rook takes. Oh, that's just really tears me apart over there. So I'm not going to do that. Just continue being patient. Let's view that tournament one more time. Actually, what if I refresh this page? Oh yeah, it updates all this stuff. This stuff is still not dynamic, Thibaut. I can't believe you haven't made this section dynamic. What I mean to say is, thank you for this excellent website, Mr. Thibaut. I would like it if you made it dynamic eventually. Or maybe I should say, I'll make it dynamic. Where's the source code? Because really, if it's not dynamic, it's my fault. Take here, and he gets that one. Push, and he gets that one, but I think I've got more where that came from. Let's do it. Oh, which way do I capture now? That way, I think. Because this advanced pawn is really useful. It's a passer, and this guy over here is not a pass pawn. What is one pawn worth for black in this variant? Like, how many points would you say? A pawn is... That's a good question. You don't want to give up 2 pawns for a piece, so it's worth at least 1.5, strangely, which you wouldn't think, wow, a pawn is worth so much. I mean, you got so many of them. Why do you need... So do I need to push this right now or just soon? I think now. Because I want to get these back rank guys out, which means I want to get these guys out. Oh, I guess I should have waited. I should move both of these 1 square and then both of these 1 square. That's probably what I should do. Because it's going to take me a little while. Bug Zug, one is the pieces on Berserk, says mine Dragon. Yeah, I want to get these back rank pawns up. So anything to get them up to the 7th rank. Because from there they can launch forward 2 squares. They're going to be very powerful. Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that. I think I have to capture here. So I push, you take that. So this is going really well for Yanez. I do not have very advanced pawns. I do not have things locked down. Let's advance while I still can. If he can trade a rook for 2 pawns, even that is good for him because he's really close to breaking through. So I want to get my pawns as advanced as possible. As advanced as possible before that happens. Push it to take. Yeah, this is looking really tough for me. Fortunately, clock's getting low, and that's where ChessWhiz has the edge. ChessWhiz definitely does better when there is no time. So, okay, so now we're gonna He's moved his bishop, so we're going to try to push through this direction. I have just enough pawns to keep things hairy for him, so I think in his last minute he's going to suffer from not enough time. It's usually what happens in the last minute of anything, particularly your life. Keep things closed, you pawn players. Keep the position closed. If things open up, even trading a rook for 2 pawns, it's a powerful play for white. Because once there's an open line, he just starts eating those pawns. So, nom. So this is a difficult problem, but I don't have any time to think about it. I still have a lot of pawns on open files, so it's going to be the time game. Just have to remember, time game. First castling I've seen in this variant. Congratulations, Yanez, for the first castling. Whew, barely. Oh no, I don't want to give up that pawn. I probably should. Oh, it's time game. Just don't. Yeah, just move instantly. I mean, I have so many pawns, and I can't be checked, so I can pre-move anywhere. This is such an advantage for pawns. Look at this. He cannot check me. So you're out of time, Yanez. He, meanwhile, has to make the right moves. I can make any move, and the opponent runs out of time. That's one advantage the pawns have. I am now playing pieces against Rise UIED. Ooh, just winning with those pawns over and over. I'm going to crush f4 in this game. Oops. Guess I'm not. I want to get that bishop out of there right now. I'm going to invent something that'll do that for me. Let me check the tournament now. How are we doing? Modulo. Goldilocks takes a draw. Oh, Goldilocks, that's going to cost you. Still 47 minutes, though. Got Modulo, Hut, Govi, Todovsky, all undefeated. Well, there's a hole right there. Oh, if I hadn't missed my game, I would have done so much better. Take this, freezes up this file pretty good. And then I'm actually going to just try to crack this pawn. I'm going to give up a bunch of stuff in order to crack it. I think this might be smart. Because sitting behind a pawn on the 3rd rank is no fun at all. So I'd rather just give up material to make that not be true anymore. Now, work on the king side. Yeah, this is just going to be brutal. Watch me dig out his king side like this. Watch this. Oh, I can't break through now. So clever. Take, take, take. Queen up. Oh, he's pretty locked down. I'm going to do it. Trading anything for 2 pawns is a good idea. I mean, look how frozen he is down here. Oh, I'm getting in. Oh, no, Rise UID. I can't even say your name. Are you a universally independent educational director? Because that's what it looks like to me. Should I close this up? No, I think captures are always good. Free things. It's going to take me like 40 moves to capture all these pawns. I exaggerate a little bit, but it's going to take a lot of moves, so I better get started. Actually, I'd better eat this side of the board. It's the more dangerous looking side. So let's go take these pawns. Yeah, this is what happens if the pieces get crazy. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that pawn. Now he can kind of run for it. Kind of, not really. It's the best shot you got there, but it's just not a good enough shot. Getting destroyed. Look at that. ChessWhiz winning with pawns and pieces. I love it. This means this game is totally balanced because no matter which side ChessWhiz is, he wins. That is the epitome of balance right there. Loving it. Okay, let's go take some more things. Let's sacrifice a little bit here. Make sure nothing bad happens on this side of the board. This is so easy for the pieces. If you break through, it's not even close. Just have to not blunder, not pre-move anything. There we go. There we go. There's the win. ChessWhiz with another win. Maybe I could still win the tournament. That hole cost me 8 points though. So I'm gonna just think in my head, 8 more points, and then if I win, then if I would have won the tournament with 8 additional points, then I'll just say to myself, that's a moral victory right there for ChessWhiz. Okay, e3. I for a long time I favored, you know, pawn a4, pawn h4 kind of stuff. But now I'm all e3 up in here because I like to use my bishops on center sacrifices. I think black wants to take center as much as possible. If these two pawns started out up here, if they started in this square, I tested it that way as well, and it really helps to have that. It's a major edge to have those 2 pawns forward. So my conclusion was black should move those 2 pawns forward. So you black players, what you should do is play e4 and d4 early on. I think that really strengthens your chances. This is looking great for me. Pieces are just so powerful when this happens, which is great because I'm pieces. I'm going to get some trades here. This is a forced trade. Oh, he captures from the rook. That's pretty good. I'll give that up. Once again, I want to tear him up on the king side. My plan is the queen covers this long diagonal. So queens that can attack a pawn that can't really advance, that just freezes areas. White's strategy is actually to just like lock down different areas of the board. Black can't move any pawn here or he'll lose. Then, you know, the opponent will break through. And he can't move any pawn over here. And once he's locked down everywhere, he can't pass. So he has to move something, and that's when he meets his end. For a trade. I think that's smart. Oh, I have queen h4. Oh, I blundered. Oh, I should have taken on h4. Oh, but I've got this one. Yeah, there's so many holes in your position here. ChessWhiz. Many holes. There's another one. Can't play it outside the tournament. I don't know if you can play the variant outside the tournament yet. If you can't now, you can soon. It's being added to the website. Oops! Oh, what a blunder! I just blinked to myself as I oops. Okay, I don't know how nice I need to be with my moral victory to myself. If I need to say, okay, I'm adding 8 points and I'm adding a queen right here because that, I just assumed he's going to advance so that I could eat and advance so that I could eat. Now, why would he do that? I don't really know. I guess he wouldn't, but for some reason my brain said that's what he'll do. Now, it's not over yet, even though I just traded a queen for a pawn, which is a common choice for ChessWhiz. Common decisions. Even though I just did that, still not over because I was getting some excellent breakthroughs here. I think this is pretty rough, though. Just 2 rooks. I'm going to double up. That's going to freeze this pawn. If it advances, I sacrifice a rook. And if the c pawn advances, then I sacrifice a rook. So that freezes both of these guys, which means I might be able to freeze everything. Not sure of it, though. He might break something on the king side with all these extra guys down here. Take that or not? I guess not. If only I had a rook on the c file, then I could take. And it's too late now. Is there a way to break this guy? Might be. Switching over to this lane now. This pawn is helping to... Oh, white is not necessarily losing game per frame. Not necessarily. Because look at that move. Bet you didn't see that move. That's going to be costly. Oh, yeah. Rook to the back rank. Oh, this is so... Okay, what do I capture now? This is critical. The next few moments are critical. This way. Yeah, I am losing. Come on. Hold. Okay. Rook is needed to hold this area. King is needed to hold this area. So I'm toast. I don't have anything but rook and king. Meanwhile, he'll make a third area for me. Take, push, take. I can't do that. Take, push, over. I could take this one and then get back, but that's just one pawn. It's not going to cut it. That's not going to work, though, because of e5. Well, I don't want to play defensively. I'm in trouble. Because I'm playing defensively. So certainly he will find a way to break through, but maybe not. Yeah, I bet you didn't see that. Of course he should push, but don't tell him. Tell him, don't tell him. But if he pushes, it'll be pretty tough. Oh, but he doesn't push. 20 seconds to play the entire rest of the game now. Oh, nice move. Nice. Oh, I'm crushed. Wow, brilliant. I didn't see that, but now I'm destroyed. GG, chess sucks. I think you're pretty good when I trade my queen for a pawn. That was beautiful. Let's fight Mandeep in this nether game, playing the pieces. I'm going to try e3 again. Captures, okay. Capture towards center. Okay, so my goal is to build a bind on c4. I'm just going to continually attack c4 until it cracks. Should be pretty strong. Let's check the standings in the tournament. Todovsky's still undefeated. Let's look at these streaks here. Todovsky undefeated in the tournament with Zugatic close behind with just one loss. We kind of saw a picture of that loss earlier in the stream. Modulo undefeated and Lemusica. Musik. I don't know how to pronounce that. And Goldilocks with the loss. Oh, a draw and a loss, falling behind there. Hut Govi is really stumbling a little bit. And DV Razor. Matsisti. These guys have good streaks, so they have a shot at jumping ahead, but it's a really narrow chance. It's a really difficult to catch up. With this many leaders all undefeated, they all have to stumble for you to catch up. So that's going to be difficult for them. Oh, this was silly. You know, you can just push, right? But I'm going to give up a bishop for that right away. I don't know if that's smart, but this kind of keeps the... Yeah, this kind of keeps the pawns out of the 6th rank, which keeps me a lot healthier. Pawn exchanges are bad for black. Game per frame. You're wrong. And that's not the first time you've been wrong. You were wrong once when you were actually a lot younger, but now you're wrong right now because pawn exchanges are bad for black. And I know this because I've tested this a lot. Because if black opens up lines with trades, then black just gets crushed. And the reason is that something gets behind pawns. Pawns only defend what's in front of them. And so if something's behind them, then they're really in big trouble. Also known as ouch. So they need to keep a lot of pawns on the board so that white can't get past. And my plan actually here is to penetrate right here. And I'm going to get a great rating out of this game by just digging my way through the queen side here. If I just don't trade my queen for a pawn like I did last game, it'll be great. I'm actually going to sacrifice a rook, which should do it. Black should also have a king. I totally disagree. The whole point is that it's a horde. It's not... I mean, if black had a king, this would be like a from position chess game. That would be boring. We have a chess variant with no king at all. That is more like it. That is ChessWhiz Cup worthy. Oh, I'm really interested to see how Zugatic is doing, but I have to do this without failing myself. Okay. Zug Addict, let's see you're currently playing game. Oh, you're playing the pieces. I think you're doing great in this game. You're going to do a couple of trades in this area. Yeah, I think you're doing well. Now I want to see how Todovsky's doing, because I think he's the other tournament favorite here to win the tournament. Oh, and he's playing pawns against Dmitry. It's just started. I think he's probably going to do well, considering how well he's picked up on this game. Still fighting Mandeep here. Mandeep probably in trouble as I sacrifice on the queen side. That's why he's taking kind of a long think. Other big chances to win are... Whoops, that's the wrong page. Let's go back to the tournament. Chances to win are Modulo in first place. If he doesn't trip, he wins. And Le Musique. These four guys, I think, are gunning for first. Take that? I'm actually going to take so that I can speed my breakthrough over here. If I spend moving my bishop, I just spend more time. This is like a race now. It's really strange how sometimes this game is like a race where white just wants to capture everything as fast as possible before black pushes through as fast as possible. But usually it's not a race, and you need to keep that in mind as the black player specifically. If you have all those pawns, you are not racing in the beginning of the game. Your goal is to slowly advance your wall. If you race to advance it, then you'll create weaknesses and lose. I'm just going to sit here and let the bishop stop everything. Yeah, he's getting torn up again. Queen to the back rank. Oh, let me just demonstrate how deadly this is for the black player. I think I want to let that sit there too. Should I go om nom some more? Om nom nom. Let's check Modulo's game. If Modulo wins every game, then he will be the tournament champion. So that's going to be pretty cool if we have an undefeated tournament champion. Let's take a look at Modulo's account. He has been a member of ChessWhiz TV since, or member of lightchess.org since July 30th. He's been a long, long time user of this website, and he has 4 beautiful trophies to show it. 4 beautiful trophies. It's really nice. Nice quantity of trophies there. I'm going to sacrifice. No, I don't even need to. Pawn, push, push, take. Yeah, I'll just keep taking stuff. So I think he definitely deserves the win. Look at that. 2,000 rated bullet. He plays blitz. He doesn't play classical. Good man or correspondence. Good. Waste of time. He's really a variant champion. You can see ratings over 2,000 in multiple variants. A little bit light on Horde, but, you know, over 2,000 in Horde. Not Atomic. What am I saying? A little bit light in Atomic. But this guy's definitely a variant fiend. So I can see why he's doing well in the tournament. Let's refresh this a little bit. See the leaderboard. The way he's taken the edge is by playing one more game than his opponents. DV Razor and Hut Govi have played equal or greater amounts, but they've got some losses. Le Musique, Todovsky. Yeah, you want to play fast games so you can play more games. So watch me play this game fast and more. You should just resign, Mandeep. I'm eating you. Le Musique is in the chat, and he's telling us that I don't like him, but he's wrong. Wrong, I typed to you in chat. How do you pronounce Musique? Because I sure don't know. Just give up, Mandeep. Do you think you're going to run me out of time? Maybe you will. This is the first time we play to the end with the pieces winning. Usually we just kind of resign. Oh, there's the resign again. So he doesn't try for a stalemate. It really doesn't work. You can't get stalemated. Chess Park is our next opponent. This is going to be fun. Please stop tabbing away from the game. Okay, I stopped now. You know what? I'm really liking this G3's play as the pawns. I'm winning a lot of pawns games with the pawn on G3. But I've just won 2 pieces games by breaking through on the queen side. If you count that game against Chess Sucks as a win for me, which maybe you should since I traded my queen for a pawn. Musique. Musique or musique? I don't know. But I'm going to crush here. So I push, because if I take, yeah, definitely push. Definitely keep it closed. Okay, I'm not tabbing away from the game. I'm just refreshing my page so I can see the leaderboard. Because Zug Addict, so close. 3 points. Oh, Modulo takes another win. Another 4 or 5 points. Modulo is burning it up. I'm not going to take that. Good game, Mandeep. I'll just say good game in the chat there. GG. It's tough as the pawns. You really have to be methodical as the pawns. I think that it's harder to play the pawns, actually. Just because you have to be methodical as the pawns. Isn't that what I just said? It's harder to play the pawns. He plays e3 now. It looks pretty good for him. Oh, good. He doesn't. This is awesome for me now. e3, opening up queen to g4, and then he sacrifices on g4. Could have been kind of difficult for me. But this is just awesome for me because this pawn is trapped, this pawn is trapped, bishop is trapped, rook is trapped. He is absolutely crushed. Oh, it's not even close. This is just crushing. So I'll just slowly advance and crush him. You can't pronounce it. English speakers can't say the French you, according to Ornikar. Is that so? Is that so, Ornikar? Just listen. Just listen to my pronunciation. You will be blown away like a leaf in the wind. Are you ready? Yeah. What do you think? No, scratchingly good. I think I ignore this knight. Yeah, I ignore it. That's a line from While You Were Sleeping. If you don't believe me, you should check it out. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. There's a movie called While You Were Sleeping, and then he says, remember those squirrels? First, I knocked them out of their nest with a rock. He's telling his friend, his brother, how he was not the good guy that everybody thought he was. I think this push. This is just so crushing. And then his brother says, "Eh," and I'm sure he's speaking French when he says it. "Eh." So that's how I know that's how you pronounce it. I want to break these pawns through. Let's do it. I don't dare play d3 until the right moment. I am just leaving knights everywhere. I don't care about your knights. At the right moment, I'm just going to take all your knights. Actually, I should just take that one. It sends you off to the boonies. But I want to advance these two guys one square. Wow, your knight is trapped now. This is hilarious. Hilarious for you. This is pretty fun. Yeah, you do nothing while I bring pawns in. Yeah, you do nothing while I bring pawns in. Do you think? Am I safe pushing? I think I'm safe. Let me activate my F file here. I got a couple of F pawns, so if I move them all one square, then I will get this backward guy a little bit more participatory. So that's my next sequence here. There's no rush with the pawns. It's not like I'm hurrying to do anything. I'm just going to slowly get things in position. Oh, are you going to sacrifice on there? That'd be pretty cool. Let's see if you will. Protect. Take that? Oh, this is tough. I don't know if I should take. Yeah, he's actually playing this really well. I need to take this guy because otherwise he breaks here. So what should I take it with? Probably that pawn. I'll leave that the way it is. Maybe he wants to take. Whew. Horde chess replay is broken, according to chat. Now I can push here because his rook is finally off this file. I think that was a critical mistake, Chess Park. I actually think you're holding really, really well. All you need to do is play more waiting moves like bishop g7, g2, bishop f1, bishop g2, bishop f1, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But now that you've played over, I now have something I can... Oh, no! Here I am teaching you what to do, and I'm the total noob. Never mind. Never mind. I can see your plan. Sacrifice a bishop. You start going over here. It's not clear who will win this, actually. Believe it or not, it is not clear. His queen is several moves behind. Actually, I think I'm going to win. Look at these epic pawns. I think he's made a couple of mistakes. 35 seconds to finish it. Which way do I capture if he takes me? Probably this way. No, probably this way. So that the pawn stays on g4, stopping the queen from hitting g3. Because he wants to take this pawn. Ooh. Push, and he sacrifices his rook. Take, and he just consumes me. Push. Oh, I have so little time. Oh, he didn't sacrifice his rook. Now he's in trouble. You are in trouble. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Oh, no, he takes here with rook, so I have to recapture. No, I don't. I promote. Yes, good thing I canceled that pre-move. If he takes, then I promote. Okay. Oh, that was close. That was really close. I think the pieces probably have the advantage in this variant. But if the pawns play carefully, it is brutal for the pieces. As you can see, I played carefully, and it is brutal. This is my brutal demonstration. Just put it that way. I take that, and then I pre-move some pre-moves because I'm out of time. Time is really tough. Pre-move some more pre-moves. Let's get some queens here. That looks like checkmate. Good game, Chess Park. Good game. And we're in the next game against Azrak. So the standings are now... Ooh, that was quick. Capture this way. Really excited to take the g3 square. Modulo still winning. Impressive, Modulo. Impressive. Let's jump over to Modulo's current game. See how he's doing. Oh. Here he is. Playing black here. Hey, that could go either way. Fighting Sanatan. He has got a good rating. Good Horde rating. Yeah, this is definitely... Okay, push now. This is tough for me, actually. Really tough. I think... Support that. This is going to be a tough game. It's difficult as the pawns. But it is not impossible as the pawns, as we just saw. I wish I could push, but I can't. So I'll advance here. Take advantage of this moment. Whoa! Okay, that's good for you. Guess I didn't notice that. This is really good for you. This is really, really good for you, Azrak. You are beating me. I should have pushed g3 while I had the chance. Yeah, this game is not out there. People asking in the chat where I can practice this variant. The answer is now. You can practice it on lichess.org. It's going to be an official variant there. Other than that, you can't really... I need to defend this pawn, so... I guess I have to take. Not happy about that at all. Now it's defended. You can't really find anywhere on the internet to play it, and now lichess.org is the home of Horde chess. You can play it here. This is the place. Okay, how are we doing? Let's take a look. Oh, nice sacrifice right there. I can't not take it, but you are almost broken through. I have to block that. I think I can hold... Whoa, whoa. Capture which way? Wow. Some piece sacrifices making things interesting. I am one pawn away from not being able to hold this area. But hey, that's still one pawn. It's not over yet. This is tough. This is very tough. If he gets his queen to this back rank, guys, I am so destroyed. It's like, ow. Because pawns cannot defend anything on the back rank. I think I push. No, it's going to open it up. That's not good. I think I'm doomed, but let's make a best effort here. Oh, good. That helps me. Oh, I do lose this pawn. Guess I should have thought that through. But it really helps me to get a pawn that's advanced that far. I have to advance this pawn here. Oh, good. Yes, I can close that up too. I think this is beneficial for me. Having some closed area here, having this protected passer. Now I just need to utilize the C and D files right here. This file and this file. That's my only shot because I'm not breaking through over here. Hey. And I'm not doing anything here, and I can't do enough here. And every move I have to move something. That's actually a difficult challenge for the pawns. They cannot pass. So if he just sits tight, I'll have a hard time potentially. I should take that. Yeah, I should take that. So this is my only shot, is these two files. I got the approval from Ace Move for this variant. I like it. I like the Ace Move stamp of approval has been achieved for this variant. I'm thrilled to receive it. It's definitely not your typical variant. It's very slow and strategic because it's a lot of chess moves. And it's kind of frustrating no matter who you play. Because as black, as soon as a piece gets in there and starts taking your pawns, you're like, this is stupid. And you defenestrate your computer. But as white, the pawns just advance and advance and advance. And you never feel like you're actually playing chess. The whole time, you just feel like you're underneath one of those machines that goes as it drives along a road and packs down the gravel. So it's just not a pleasant experience no matter which side of the stick you're living on. But that's what chess is all about. Is this Chess Network? Asked Phobos531. No, Chess Network is a chess stream that is not this chess stream. So good guess. Good guess. But this is ChessWhiz TV. We broadcast twice a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays at 3 p.m. GMT. And it's pretty fun because we do all kinds of weird things such as this chess variant. You can find recordings on YouTube. Le Music dropped out. I'm losing, by the way. He broke through over here, which is what he deserved to do because it's possible. Le Music dropped out. Let's take a look at the tournament one more time. Tournament view. Modulo, DV Razor, Goldilocks hanging in there with his loss and draw. He's being very persistent. Todovsky with a loss, breaking his streak. Zug Addict was, oh, ouch, taking a draw right there. So really, Modulo is looking like he's going to take it. Have to take this. 15 minutes left. Overtime hype. That's right. This is ChessWhiz TV overtime. I still have a shot, but it's a very narrow shot. It's based on the fact that his king is here, so I could check him. Push that. Also, he's low on time. So I could combine those facts to maybe get something going here. It's going to take him a long time to mop this up. Oh, I think I've got something with this pawn. Because it's going to take like 4 moves to capture anything here. This guy guards, 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 this guy. That's 6 moves before I need to start sweating. Meanwhile, his queen is out of the action. Yeah. Yeah. These pawns are doing it, baby. I think he was okay. He just had to keep his queen back there and help defend instead of take some stuff. Good game, Azarak. You were really close. You did a great job breaking through on the queen side. I really felt like you had me. You simply needed to let the queen help. Oh, I'm playing. Apparently I should click on the big glowing thing. Fighting user incognito. You were good. You were good. You just had to hold with your queen instead of running off in the corner. My opponent is away. My opponent is gone. I win. Am I on the list here? Yeah, I'm down here with 26. Well, that's not too bad. DV Razor jumps into first place. Wow. A Russian player. That's cool. I don't know him. Ooh, Le Austin fighting Zug Addict. What should I start with now? E3. I'm pretty happy with E3. Horde chess since 1966. That is a great username. Gonna crack that F4 square. I really like choosing one of these two squares and then hitting it with all I've got. In this case, this one. So I hit it with pawns. I hit it with bishop through this way. And I just try to break it. We're hearing echoes. That's not good. 14 minutes left in the tournament. DV Razor and Modulo are really, really close here in this tournament. Let's take one more look at that. We see Goldilocks close behind despite a loss here, a draw here. DV Razor taking some hits earlier on, but look at that. They're throwing the Berserk. Goldilocks 3 Berserk in a row, winning every time. It's definitely kudos to him. Here he is playing another Berserk game. You can see him playing the white pieces here with a breakthrough. Modulo just 1 point ahead of him, playing the pawns. DV Razor in first place right now. And he's in trouble. You can see him with the pawns there, and you can see that rook breaking through on the king side. I almost said queen side there. Good thing I didn't. Almost made a fool of myself. So those are some close games. I think DV Razor's in trouble in that game. I think his opponent is going to break through. Let's see who he's playing. He's playing against King. And there he is breaking through right now. So I think DV Razor is going to lose that game, which is going to put Modulo in first place. Which, with just 13 minutes left in the tournament, I'm going to say that that's probably decisive. I think Modulo or Goldilocks is going to win. Todovsky 10 points behind, lost his winning streak. It's going to be difficult for him, no doubt about it. I'm actually thinking that Modulo is going to win, but Goldilocks with that brave berserking could definitely take it. And I'm going to say, even though DV Razor is ahead right now, it was looking pretty bad in that last game, and he's going to lose his winning streak, so that's probably going to cost him. Meanwhile, here I'm just tearing apart these pawns. I mean, this is really good for white. Really good. Because I have traded well to give myself open files. Oh, he pushes again. That's not... Okay, now I'm good. Now if he pushes, I trade my bishop for 2 pawns, and if he doesn't, I trade my bishop for 2 pawns. This is really good. If he played c3, I'd be kind of in trouble. I would actually take that with bishop so that he doesn't cement anything in place. But he couldn't play that. Just tearing up the pawns. That's what players do in this variant. Ace Move says, with 10 minutes left in the tournament, you should focus on those 2 players and watch their games. I agree, Ace Move. That's a great idea, because this tournament has a cash prize, sort of. It has a Bitcoin prize, which is a lot like cash. It's like internet money. It can be transferred from person to person without the use of a bank. So you don't have to sign up for anything. You can just install an app on your phone, and it's a decentralized network. So that's pretty cool. I'm giving a prize of 0.1 Bitcoins to the winner, which is about $25 or $30 in US dollar terms. So it's not a lot of money. I mean, if you're going to spend an hour and a half playing chess online, then that's an hour and a half spent earning $25. That's pretty good wage. Not the best, not the worst. But you got to play chess online to do it, so that's pretty cool. So I mean, it's still pretty good. So definitely we want to focus on these winners, see who's going to win. So reloading this page, we see Goldilocks taking a win with Berserk, now tied for DV Razor, jumping ahead of Modulo. So this is just, these last 10 minutes are critical. Super exciting. I don't want a castle. Move my king. I think you made a hole there. I think I got in. It is so painful. It is so painful when the enemy queen moves to the back rank. Oh, that was cool. I got so many rooks though. If anything ever gets to the touchdown zone, I just take it with a rook. Doesn't even matter. Get my king out of the way. I mean, I do not want to be checked any more than I have to. This looks good. DV Razor takes the win according to chat. And now he's in his next game. That's amazing. I am amazed he won that game. It looked like he was going to lose it. Are these pawns causing me a problem? I still think they're not. Just like I said, just take whatever promotes. Excuse me. Yeah, I have way too much here. For him. For me, I kind of like it, actually. Just take this stuff. Oh, I don't want to stalemate him. So better take these from behind. If I did the wrong move, he might have no moves, and that would be a draw. Razor won on time. Nice. Yeah, it's a pretty good way to win. Very close to a stalemate, but not quite. The first game I played where all the pawns are captured. Goodbye, Horde Chess since 1966. And so now I'm going to leave the tournament with draw, which gives a win to Dolg. Congratulations, Dolg. You got the win. Because we're going to focus in these last 8 minutes of the cast on the final 2 winners, or 3, perhaps, modular. We're going to follow these 3. Maybe Todovsky coming back in. He's behind quite a bit, so probably not. This last loss really cost him, but he's berserking now, as you can see with the 3. Focus on him. So if you guys like what you see, this variant is brought to you by ChessWhiz TV and a couple of people. So let me give a shout out to them. First of all, shout out to Thibaut, the creator of lichess.org, this excellent website that we're playing on right now. You can find it at lichess.org and play chess to your heart's content at any time of the day or night, I'm embarrassed to say. Second shout out to Happio. This guy worked hard to bring this chess variant to you. I did not program this variant. Thibaut, aka Ornikar, did not program this variant. It was programmed by a man named Happio, and he did it free of charge. He created Horde Chess for you today, so big shout outs to him. Thirdly, shout out to Damon, because in a recent episode I said I just love it when people support ChessWhiz TV, even if it's tiny amounts. I just love finding tiny amounts of money on the ground. I talked about how excited I was to find a penny on the road. How excited I always am to find a penny on the road unless someone takes it from me. Well, Damon took that a step further, and he donated 1 cent per month to ChessWhiz TV. So every month he's giving me an entire penny, which I can receive after taxes and fees. It's like 0.9 pennies or 0.8 pennies, and I am so thrilled to receive that. So thank you, Damon, for supporting the show. If you want to support ChessWhiz TV also, there are ways, but you might have to work on figuring that out. And then the prize for the tournament. Shout out to ChessWhiz TV for bringing the prize, because that makes this tournament oh so epic. Now let's get back to the tournament. We've got some finals to look at. DV Razor, let's refresh this, although I think it auto-refreshes. DV Razor in first place by 4, and his game, oh, it's looking bad for him. Whoops, I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Let's do that again. DV Razor, it's not looking, oh, are you picking up that queen though? We got to get in that game and take a look. No, you're not. Chess Sucks takes him down. Wow. Oh, I forgot to give a shout out to X-Ray LX too. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't watch enough ChessWhiz TV. Look at that. DV Razor destroyed in the final moments of the stream. I wish I had seen more of that game, but we can see DV Razor taking the loss. So that's going to put him, oh, and there's 6 minutes left for Goldilocks to pass him. This is critical, critical. Have I said that enough times? Terrible, terrible damage. Oh, only a few moments left for Irks to run out of time. Unfortunately, he's not going to have enough time to take all those pawns. So Goldilocks takes the win, and he berserked. You can see half the time bonus point, which means 5 points on this baby. So let's go back to the tournament view and see that's going to put him ahead by 1. This is epic. I think Goldilocks is taking the win. Come on, promote that pawn, man. Just checkmate him. Promote, checkmate, pawn. Hurry. He trades. I see you have a queen there. Not anymore. Oh, I can't find a checkmate. Don't stalemate the guy. Oh, he's out of time. That puts Goldilocks in first place. If Goldilocks wins his final game, finishes and wins, he has locked in the victory. So that's definitely the key game to win. And his final game is, I keep clicking that, man, I'm a doofus. Okay, his final game Hut Govy leaves the game. Hut Govy throwing it. I can't believe it. So that gives Goldilocks another win, right? What are we looking at right now? Yeah, I think he's going to have 69 or 70. And I think he's going to run away with it. Todovsky working so hard. Here he is tearing up his opponent. This game is a clear win for the pieces, I think. The pawns are nowhere near promoting. That extra rook, by the way, guys, you might say, well, can black do something here? This extra rook is just so useful in stopping the pawns because anytime there's trouble, just come back here and cover the back rank so easily. So I don't know what I'm drawing. Maybe it's a horse. Horse. That's how you say horse. Goldilocks. Oh, his opponent did show up. Also, he did not win 4 or 5 games. Hut Govy did not leave the game. He's in it. So this is the critical match. If Goldilocks wins this, he wins. And look how he's tearing it up. I think Goldilocks has the win right here. Can anyone pass him? DV Razor taking that loss. Oh. Todovsky winning, but not fast enough. 3 minutes left in the tournament. Look at him. Look at him breaking through. Wow. 8 spectators on this game, by the way, guys. Look at this. Oh, it doesn't scroll. Fine. Look at this. 8 spectators in this game. And ChessWhiz is one of them. Come on, Goldilocks. You can do it. South Africa. That's awesome. South Africa represent. You never know if it's their real country because when they pick a country, they don't have to like supply proof of residency or anything like that. So you can really say whatever country you want. So you never know if people are from the country they say they are. But I think it doesn't matter. I think he's going to win no matter what country he's from. Who names the arena, asks the chess player. So something interesting I have for you guys now is to get some feedback from you. I can see ChessWhiz Cup ending here. I have some polls that I've put together. It won't take very long, but I just want to ask you a few questions about the tournament, like was it dumb? So you can say yes or no. So I'm going to put those in the stream chat so that you guys can answer me some questions and just tell me what you thought of the stream. So I'm pasting those in the stream chat. And then, whoops, I just closed the stream chat, which was an idiocy of myself because now I lose all my history. Oh, did Hut Govy resign? I don't know. Okay, so those are in the chat. Horde Chess, you are not winning because you don't have the most points in the tournament. But with another win for Goldilocks, he goes to 70 points. And minute 42, it is over, pretty much. So here are some polls. I'm putting them in the tournament chat now. So if you guys like to give me some feedback on whether or not, on what you think of the tournament, we can make some changes. We can have another one. We can never have another one. So click those links as well. If you're on YouTube, I'll put them below the video in the description of the video. So you can provide your opinion there. Although you probably didn't participate in the tournament, you can still give your opinion because you are just, you're important to me. So I want your opinion as well. That's why I'm going to provide those links to you. So 1 minute left. I don't think Goldilocks can lose. So here's the victory lap for, oh, he's not even playing. His victory lap is to just sit here in the chat. They have not eke out time to begin and finish a gale before the end of the tournament. You're right, Salal. They don't. It is over. What an event. What an event. 43 seconds. Let's just let that count down. Thank you all for tuning in. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun. I certainly did. I didn't like capturing that pawn with my queen against Chess Sucks. That kind of was my low moment, and also not noticing when I was in a game and forfeiting that game. I have to go look, though. I have to go look and see how would I have done if I hadn't lost those two. So let's find ChessWhiz on the come on, scroll bar. Scroll better. Where's ChessWhiz on here? Now it's all frozen up. Come on. Oh, there's so many that the whole thing lags. People aren't used to tournaments this big. Come on. I'm refreshing the page. The stream still works. Okay, here we go. Computer's overheating. Where's ChessWhiz on here? I know I'm in here somewhere. How am I that far down? I'm not. I missed it. But I'm not near the top either. Oh, it's because I withdrew. Oh, I'm a doofus. I withdrew and I don't know. And I'm not even on the list. Oh, well. I guess I'm way down at the bottom, right? Among the withdrawers? I'm the best withdrawer. There I am, 40. So if I had won that, that would have been 8. And if I'd won that, that would have been 8. So 16 plus 30, I guess, is 48. So I would still be in here. I would have beat you, Solal, by a little bit. Whew, the tournament is finished. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. I will be contacting Goldilocks. He'll be contacting me to award the prize. If you have any feedback, you can use the polls that I linked here, there, and everywhere. You can also just talk to me in the stream chat right now, or you can comment in the YouTube video below here. Whatever you'd like to say. Tell me you loved the tournament. Tell me you hated it. Tell me Horde chess makes you hate life. It could be true. Just don't play Horde chess. If you don't like Horde chess, I have great advice for you. Don't play Horde chess. It will improve your life considerably. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Definitely one of my favorite episodes. I'll see you guys next time, which is going to be Tuesday, because ChessWhiz TV is Tuesdays and Saturdays at 3 p.m. GMT. This has been ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for watching. Oh, my shortcut doesn't work. Let's try again. This has been ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for watching. Ah, it still doesn't work. Come on. Oh, I wasn't using the Alt key. One more time. This has been ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for watching. There we go. Much better.